Hi everybody, nice to be able to share with you this morning. Do you feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place at the moment? I have two questions. The first one is kind of an incidental one. Have you ever been literally between a rock and a hard place? I guess if you've been caving, maybe. But over these last few months, it may be just starting to feel that that is the case, that we feel a bit stuck between that rock and a hard place. What do I mean by that? Well, maybe at the moment you feel that you want to get out, that you have seen the four walls of your lounge or your house far too much over these past months, and you want to get out, but you're still concerned that there is actually a real serious issue that is out there, and particularly as we can't see it, it's very hard to feel that confidence to go out into public spaces, whether that's shops, restaurants, just to see even people in the garden. I know that that is a real concern for people. So there's this kind of tension, isn't there? That we want to get out, we want to get on with life, but actually there's a real issue of the reasons why we can't do and maybe need to double think about certain things. Maybe you just feel that in your spirit, that you want to have the faith to do something in your life, in ministry. You want to be able to share with your friends about how God has been the sustaining force, the sustaining nature within you. And yeah, there's that kind of nagging feeling in your mind, I can't say anything, they won't believe me, they'll laugh at me, I'm worried about that, whatever it may be. You know, it's easy. Challenge this week, and affirmed in equal measure actually by Sue's prayer page, as she encouraged us to think about those stepping stones that we need to walk on in faith. We're reminded about what a firm foundation God's love and His faithfulness to us is as we step out. And although physically stepping out into our world at the moment feels challenging, feels kind of difficult, feels almost stressful, as we step out in faith, we are reassured that God is our firm foundation. As we step out those stones, we may sense that water kind of rushing around our feet, and that creates the uncertainty. As we step out in faith and we hear what other people say maybe about what we believe. Or maybe as we step out in faith and we see people's reaction, you can tell me all about this Jesus guy, but I'm not interested. It can be disheartening. When we step out in faith and we don't see anything changing around us. We don't see the reaction that maybe we read in the Bible or even that we hope for in our everyday. As we step out in faith though, we do so in the confidence of God's love and God's mercy and God's faithfulness, and His will be done and His kingdom will come. Sometimes, as we step out in faith, even the most difficult of circumstances can provide an opportunity for us to discover more about our faith and more about our faith of God. And so I encourage you this week just to be mindful of where you are in your life, where you are in your walk with God, and step out in faith knowing that He is there. Whatever's going on around you, no matter how rough and fast the water may be flowing, He is faithful as you step out. He is a firm foundation as you walk across that river. In Sue's prayer page, she had this little prayer at the end, and if you've got it, I encourage you to read it. Thank you, ever-present Lord, for the stepping stone of opportunity, for the stepping stone of faith, for the stepping stone of strength, and the stepping stone of salvation. As you walk on each one of those, you'll discover more about God's faithfulness to you every day. May God bless you.